What's up, good people? Vlad here with an amazing NVMe drive from Kingston. This is their Fury Renegade NVMe Gen 4 1TB drive. This is one of those products that is targeted at gamers, so we are here today to test that claim. Let's start with the packaging. A simple white red box with a product logo in the middle, nothing fancy. Inside we have the Fury Renegade drive, of course. You can notice that it has a certain game vibe to it, but that is not just flare, this is a graphene aluminum heat spreader for better cooling of the drive. So this is a standard 2280 form factor, and under the hood it has a Phison E18 controller. This is paired with Micron 176L TLC NAND chips. This reminds me of Crucial P5 Plus, which was the pioneer with this technology, but Kingston is a slightly faster drive. I mean, it's built on a proven foundation and tweaked even further. It's rated for read speeds of up to 7300 MB per second and write speeds of up to 6000 MB per second for the 1TB version. This is of course way less for the 500 GB model. The write speeds are rated for 3900 MB per second, but this is higher on 2 and 4TB versions, up to 7000 MB per second write speeds. This also translates to 900k random read IOPS and 1 million random write IOPS. The Phison E18 controller is not new, as I said, but it is one of the top PCIe 4.0 competitors on the market today. The Fury Renegade also has the double DRAM layout that Kingston uses on multiple products, in this case sporting two 512GB modules for a total of 1TB. These are in the 256MB by 16-bit configuration, and using two modules like this has some advantages. This type of DRAM in this layout is potentially cheaper while being more flexible, especially if the board is utilized for multiple models and capacities. The standard 1GB of DRAM per 1TB of NAND applies here. It's more than enough for consumer usage, but nice to see in the age of manufacturers skimping and degrading performance after some time. Kingston is not one of those manufacturers, and what surprised me is that in my 100GB copy test it held the cache filled constantly and never backed down with performance, not even for a second, while other drives almost always saw a drop around 50GB mark. Of course, all of this comes with a price tag which is reasonable for all drives. 91 euros for 500GB model, 1TB comes at 132 euros, 2TB at 260 euros, and 4TB will set you back a little bit more, which is 694 euros. It's clear that 1 and 2TB versions are winners in this case. The 1TB Fury Renegade sports two 512GB NAND packages made by Nania, and for interleaving purposes they are in an 8DP configuration. That is, each package has 8 512GB dies. And that's enough for 2 per channel for the 8-channel Phison E18 controller. The peak performance would come with 4 dies per channel. This flash is Micron's 176-layer TLC, as seen on the Crucial P5 Plus and also many other products. Most manufacturers have opted to create a new model for the E18 when paired with this flash versus Micron's older 96-layer B27B TLC. Both types of flash are 4-plane and nominally come with 512GB dies, which does mean performance is quite good at 1TB. Micron's 176-layer flash, or B47R, uses a new architecture which promises improvements in performance and endurance. Thus, this drive is rated at a whopping 1 petabyte of data written for 1TB model, 2 petabytes for 2TB, and 4 petabytes for the 4TB drives respectively. Take a look at synthetic but also real-world tests. I have included tests where I used 100GB of video files being copied to and from the drive, but also to various other drives, where you can see when they drop with performance. Almost all of them will hang after 50GB mark and cache refilling kicks in. This was not the case with the Fury drive, it was consistent in all the tests. Approximately 1/3 of the drive can act as a cache, and it can also operate in SLC mode. This will of course happen when the cache is exhausted and drive will enter in slower operating mode. Luckily, I haven't experienced it entering in this mode, nor did it throttle. Max temp was 57 degrees Celsius and performance was consistent all the time. This may be also set in the firmware this way so that the recovery is almost non-existent. It did exhibit small drops in speed, but this is normal. Pretty much copying large files was one flat line if we look at the speed tests. As you can see, this is one heck of a speedy drive, offering great speeds over the competition and for the better price too. Do not worry, if you have a Gen 3 board, you can still use this drive and it will offer amazing speeds there, well, to the Gen 3 specs of course, and you can use it later when you upgrade to a better board. It is backed up with a 5-year warranty, it's a limited warranty period and free technical support as well. It has amazing endurance per terabyte written, but as this drive is marketed more as a gaming NVMe drive where read is more important than write, it is nice to see that Kingston did a good job with the endurance as well. Basically, this drive will serve you well for years to come, whether you choose to use it as an OS drive or purely for games. Anyhow, do I recommend this drive? Well, for this price and this kind of performance, the answer is a big yes, and especially if you can go for the 2TB model, as it offers a bit better read IOPS and longer life expectancy. Also, this is an ideal drive for the PS5 console as it is slim enough to fit there, plus it has a good cooling solution already installed on it. Huge thanks goes to Kingston for sending the drive and to you guys for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as it really means a lot, like and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.